Hi, welcome to Baby Witch. This is Love, and this is going to be a tarot reading for the sun sign of Capricorn to forecast the month of September. So, here we go. Let me cleanse a little bit, just to detach myself from the last sign and tap into the energy of Capricorn. This is my little sailing knife. Cut all the cords, the necessary cords that I don't need. Just, be all clean and fresh. Alright, so Capricorn. I like Capricorns. Capricorns are cool. I can see a lot of myself in Capricorn. I'm not a Capricorn. I might be somewhere in there, but it says that sometimes Capricorns tend to be achieve a lot of things, but at one point they might get lost, whether they're doing it for themselves or they're doing it because they want to meet other people's standards. And I feel I know I don't speak just for myself. There may not be the only ones to go through that, So what's coming up for the month of September? So for some reason, I'm being called to pull some cards from the Lemurian deck. So Capricorn, seems like we're going through a little bit of... Already we have a Four of Coins upside down and a Page of Wands upside down. It's like you're retrieving. You're just like, I know this is not going well. I'm going to just sit back and throw a tantrum. I'm becoming a little weak with my purpose right now. This is not fucking working out for me. Just right at the beginning of the month, Capricorn, you're just like, nope, fuck that shit. And it's making you act out a little bit. You know how I know it's making you act out a little bit? Because usually pages upside down are certain characteristics of immaturity. My dear friend. So let's see exactly what that's saying. I love pulling out my books. This is how I learned. This is how I learned. I'm an intuitive reader, but I like looking at the words again and being like, okay. And it's reinsurance, making sure that I give you the information that I need to give you. I've been doing this for 2 years, but still. Mm-hmm. Page of Wands. Okay, so here's the thing. You're starting to spend a little too much money a little too fucking quick. A little too much money a little too quick, and you're just like, it's like a retrieve of oh nope, I'm holding on to this. Either you're holding on it too tight or you're letting go of it too much. But either way, there is a balance of how you're looking at your situation. And for some of you, it might have to do with money because this is the coin sign, this is the earth sign. But for some of you, it might be something a little more physical, like some tangible relationships, like a relationship you don't want to let go of, or if you're giving too much freely of yourself, And the thing is that you're going about it too quick. You're going about it way... It's hotter than a jalapeno's coochie up in here right now. And I'm right next to a window. So the thing about it is that you're going about it a little too quick. It's like once you were going slow, once you were taking your time, and then you just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna give it all. It's like you went from holding back too much. This is a total disbalance. It's like you went from holding back and being like nope to take it, and the universe is like, oh my god, there she goes again. Capricorn, honey, there's a gray area. Have you heard about the color gray? It's really pretty. Not everything is black and white. Not everything is an all or nothing. That's the message for Capricorn. So, our ancient future. See, I already know shit's gonna get deep when I have to pull this deck out beyond Lemuria deck. The spirits have a say-so on what deck I use, and these are all the decks that I have right here. Okay? And there's a lot of decks, and I don't know all of them, and sometimes I get really nervous when I use this deck because I'm like, oh, I have to read every single little fucking page in it, you know? But I'm giving you guys all the information that you need. So 39. Let's see. Huh. It's almost like you feel the fear. It's almost like your sixth sense is letting you know that something's happening and you just like don't know how to react to it. But let me tell you what's happening to you, Capricorn. What's happening to you is something the collective just went through not too long ago that it's going through right now. You're healing in a deeper level. What you were holding back from, what your instinct was telling you to just like not let go and to just hold on to, whether it was your money, your soul, your heart chakra, like all of that kind of stuff, it was telling you to hold on to it because you felt the fear coming up of all of these things that were starting to trigger you. They were starting to trigger you, and then next thing you know, you just became a little too impulsive about how you're dealing with the whole situation. And here's the thing. Our ancient future is the card of like, get ready to be triggered, bitch. Get ready to be triggered and get ready to be healed. Every time the full moon comes up and it allows all the old traumas and emotions to come up so that we can deal with them and heal them. And we are more sensitive during that time. We're just a lot more sensitive during that time. As the psychiatric hospitals. Every full moon, we're just a little more sensitive, and that's just you right now, Capricorn. You're just a little more sensitive than usual, and that it's okay. This is when you get to use your fucking tools. And if you don't have any spiritual and cleansing tools, then get yourself some. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm tired right now, girl. I'm tired. I've been up since like 6 in the morning. I can't even flick this thing. Ugh, horrible stuff. Okay, so new blueprints. See, new beginnings are coming up. This is the beauty thing. This is the beauty about all of this. Wow, it's almost like you're in that moment of your life where you're making a change in the world. And by the world, I mainly mean your lineage. Like, all the little steps that you take right now, all the little triggers that you learn how to handle, all the little emotions and traumas that come up, all the big ones, all the small ones, the medium ones, all of that, it's going to create a ripple effect that is going to change your nuclear system of how your universe is consisted of what your universe is of what your universe consists of. And it's going to absolutely change everything at one point. Meaning that every little thing, not to put any more pressure on you, but every little thing that you do right now matters and is going to have full effect later on in life, and even sooner than you think. So the violet flame is about really opening up a connection. Oh, this is like everybody's on some self-discovery shit. So this last, I love how the signs intertwine with each other all the time. Like, you get a little bit of the last zodiac sign, and then the next one gets a little bit of this one, and it's almost like I told you, like, every time I read zodiac signs, I feel like from number 1 to like from Libra to Pisces, it's like it's one big story, and we're all simultaneously living one part of that story at a time, and then you move on to the next chapter of the story, and I move to the chapter that you were just on. It's really funny how the algorithms of life work, and I'm not even fully into astrology. This is just by looking at tarot. Anyway, so rewind. So you were holding into emotions. You were just like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? And you will feel this. You will feel this starting off for you. For everybody, it's going to be different. Everybody's going to feel it at different times of the month. I'll say towards the beginning, the middle, and the end. This is just kind of how it's going to go. Like, you're going to feel shit popping up, and you're going to be like, oh my God. Either you have or you are like repressing all these emotions and holding on to your dear heart, maybe not wanting to spend so much money, not wanting to spend so much time with people, not wanting to go out, and the next thing you're just like, oh my God, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to go out and I'm going to party and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And hello, everybody. And just going to give yourself away so freely. And then all of a sudden you're like, why the fuck am I getting so triggered? What's going on? Oh, okay. I have to use my cleaning tools, my cleansing tools, my coping mechanisms, my healthy coping mechanisms with life. And if you don't have any, get some. Capricorn. This is the time where you start getting yourself some. When you go and ask your therapist, when you go and look on YouTube, emotional processing or trauma processing, trauma healing, trauma collective healing, all of this kind of stuff. Listen to 528 Hearts, something. By then, after that, it's like, okay, so now you start realizing, and if you don't, and if you already went through all of this stuff, and you're at the point where like, well, what's going to happen now? Well, now it's that every single little step that you take is going to rip a butterfly effect into your future, which is going to open a portal. It's a portal of a connection with the divine. And by a connection with the divine, I mean the divine within yourself. We all are connected with the same cells that God is made of. Have you thought about the fact that you and God are created by the same thing? There's no empty space between you and whatever you think a God might be. Whatever idea you have of God, scientifically, there's no separation in between you and them. So technically, by building a connection within yourself to your inner self, to your inner pure self, you're building a connection with God. And that's what the next card comes in, is the Violet Flame. The Violet Flame talks about opening your crown chakra and really letting in all those messages. And guess what? Journey to Wholeness is the last card. Journey to wholeness. It's like when you appreciate yourself as the God and the goddesses that you are. You know, and a lot of the time I get nervous about saying that because like I grew up being Jehovah's Witness, and it's like you can't compare yourself to God. That's idolatrism. And like I've even heard certain people before say like, you know, don't compare yourself to the goddess. You're not this, you're not that. And I'm like, but we're made out of the same fucking thing. Even in Sumerian, like in other like religions, it's like, you know, this aliens came and they mixed your DNA with that. So it's like, do you get my point? You know, so last card is 33. I got really wild out with this shit. Last card is 33. And I'm not saying there's not something higher than ourselves out there. I'm just saying by understanding ourselves, we understand that is higher than ourselves. And we understand that we are a part of that is higher than us. Yet as individuals, we hold individuality, but yet we hold wholeness with everything else, which makes us almighty and at the same time diminute, because we're a simple little speck in the wholeness of the highestness, the higher thing. Does that make sense? Like, this is the higher thing, but it's only a higher thing because you're so small. You're like a little part of it. It's like it's a big computer, and like without you, the computer doesn't work because you're like this little chip in the computer, you know. But you're only a part of something bigger when you're inside the computer. When you're doing your part so this computer works. And you have to understand, you're like an artificial intelligence. You have to understand yourself and learn about yourself in order for you to process correctly. And this is what you're going into, Capricorn. There's gonna have to be a lot of self-acceptance afterwards. It's almost like you're gonna be a little, I don't want to use the word broken. Sometimes realizing how much trauma and how much pain we hold makes us feel as we're broken, as something is wrong with us. Because we might associate the word heal with the word fix. And if I have to fix myself, that means that something is wrong with me. If I have to repair myself, it means that something went wrong along the lines. And it seems like, Capricorn, that it's in your best interest that you practice unconditional love. Meaning, I'm not going to tell myself, I'm going to love myself so much when I'm healed. I'm going to love myself so much when I don't have anxiety, because I will be the perfect person. You got to get to a point of acceptance that we are who we are. And we got to love ourselves right through the journey. Bye.